in Mrs. Norwood's J-Term class's production of A Lyndon Home Companion. I'm Katie Ham. I'm the student director for the show. I would like to recognize the work of my co-directors, Ashley Miles and Crenshaw Lindholm. And also the very hard work and inspiring idea of our executive director, Mrs. Norwood. We all have had a lot of fun writing and putting together this show. If you are familiar with A Prairie Home Companion, I had written to Garrison Keeler, and he responded with some advice. He writes, "Writing is the hard part, of course, because you want to write a show that's fun to perform, not have fun writing a show that is miserable to perform. So you go for variety, a beautiful, fragile piece, followed by somebody's pants falling down, followed by a weepy homage to a dog, followed by a solo rendition of Amazing Grace on a pop bottle. Keep changing the subject, in other words. Eliminate long wind-ups and cut to the chase. Your job as director is to recognize talent and encourage it to be bold. Meanwhile, gently directing the dull plotters, like me, to take up more suitable tasks. Good luck. I hope the Lyndon students give you a standing O. And now, I must go write the show for this week. We're in St. Paul, a tough crowd. Wish me well." We all do wish him well, and have really enjoyed the chance to create and perform a variety show inspired by A Prairie Home Companion. Please keep in mind that we are recording this show as a live podcast. We are pleased to have you join us here tonight as our live radio audience. So please, feel free to laugh, clap, and cheer as loudly as you please. A quick note about intermission. The intermission will only be a radio intermission of about 2 minutes, so please remain seated. Thank you, and enjoy the show. WNEK Radio.
I look around for you. The cold, cold, cold winters sneaking through my door. The heat is running, and spring is coming. Lyndon, could we ask for more? Hello, everybody, and welcome to A Lyndon Home Companion. We're coming to the live. We're right here in Alumni Auditorium. It's Wednesday, January 21st, and tonight's show will be a special treat. You're listening to the very first of hopefully many installments of our completely student-written and performed podcast, a project we've been working very hard on for our January term. Tonight, we have a cavalcade of wonderful performers to indulge us with their gifts. We have the amazing Ruth Sanders on the piano. You can hear her request. We'll have Michaela Roy tickling the ivories. Tonight we have a very special guest, Steve Lindholm, who's going to be singing some of his songs. 2032 presidential hopeful Patrick Seymour is giving you a message. We have wonderful singers Shaylin Clancy, Ashley Miles, and Crenshaw Lindholm all going to sing wonderful songs. We have just a bunch of actors and a wonderful crew up here tonight. Some poems are coming your way. And we have our wonderful sound effects people, Caleb Genero and Danny Dew. It's going to be a heck of a night, so I hope that you're ready and you're all strapped in. Well, come on down in autumn. if you like turning blue. The clouds and the snowfall can make you feel alone. But after thought, I guess that Vermont is always gonna be my home. Thank you. Alrighty, it's gonna be a good time. So first things first, we have a word from our sponsor, who is a mime. Sweet. All right, so coming up next is Ashley Miles. Ashley, you come up here. What are you going to be performing for us right now?
Well, right now I'm going to be performing 2 original songs. One called Butterflies and one called By My Side.
Oh, that's great. And I heard a rumor.
Oh.
You are supposedly auditioning for The Voice this Saturday. Is that true?
Well, that may be true.
All right, without further ado, here's Ashley Miles.
Thank you. Alright, this one is called Butterflies. And it is just what it sounds like. It's a song about butterflies. Alright, this next one is called By My Side. You don't know what your smile is to me, baby. You are so beautiful to me. You are the reason I look brought you to me. Your love beside me to guide me. 'Cause you are my sunshine, my darkest delight, the reason why my smile is so bright, my lullaby. When I sleep at night, you were meant to be by my side. Oh, you were meant to be by my side.
Actually, that was great, and I love your socks. All right. So, up here, pretty soon, we're going to have Michaela Roy coming up in a minute, but first, I'm going to tell you a little story. It's about when I was a little younger. All right. Ready? Let me tell you about the time I was working over Christmas break. You know, poor college student with not much talent. Well, I was a good skier, so I decided to coach. They put me in charge of the U10s, who are 8 and 9-year-olds. They're normal most of the time, except for John, who just slid down the hill all the time. He just never stopped. But anyway, the drill we were doing was a brushy course on the J-bar. So it was Eddie, the head coach, Will, another coach, my sister Luna, and I.
Will, go in the middle of the course. Tell the kids to keep their hands up.
And he told me right at the bottom of the course to stop them.
Go to the bottom and tell them they need to work on it.
And I look at him like, how was I supposed to tell what they were doing wrong?
Just tell them to make tighter turns. They're doing that all wrong anyway.
So I'm like, okay, and I ski off. So the first 6 kids come down and they don't even stop. They just ski right by me. I wave and yell and they're like, what, is that my name?
Hey, Bob, stop!
My name is Bob.
And I'm just like, ugh. And then down comes the kid, who's skiing pretty well, a bit wide, but otherwise good. And then he stops. And I'm just so happy I finally get to do my job.
So, Chase, you're skiing well. You just need to turn...
Then I realize he's leaking from every orifice on his face. His nose is gushing snot, his goggles are filling with water, and it's all freezing, making his necky stick straight out.
Chase, what's wrong?
I can't be here because I see my old condo and it's hard on me.
Your condo?
Yes, my condo.
Why is it so sad? You'll be there later today.
No, I won't. We move. And it's really hard on me.
Okay, well, what do you want to do?
I want to go to my condo.
Well, you can't. You just said you moved.
No, not that condo. My other condo.
You have 2 condos?
No, just I have one, and I want to go there.
Where is your condo?
At work.
Okay, well, you have a condo, right?
Yes, but I miss my old condo, and I see it, and it's hard on me.
Do you want to go to the lodge?
No. I'd rather go to my condo.
Well, you can't. So I think you should go to the lodge.
Then comes my sister Luna, so I wave her over.
Luna, take Chase to the lodge.
She looks at me with these withering eyes.
Cheese, come on, let's go.
It's hard on me.
Hey, Eddie, Luna took Chase into the lodge. He couldn't stop crying.
Is it about his condo?
All right. Next up is Michaela Roy, and she's going to be on the piano playing Fairy of Lullabies. Take it away. That was great. Michaela recently auditioned for the All-State Scholarship, so good luck to her on that. All right, so I think next is coming a word from our sponsor.
What's the mooder with you?
I've tried my best, but no college accepts a heifer like me.
What? You're the best milk maker in our grade.
I know, they just don't accept my flabby others.
Well, I know just the college for Mew.
Now welcoming new heifers to good old BU, Bovine University, located in good old Lyndonville, Vermont, for the best prized cuts around.
I can't wait to move there.
All right, so up next, we have our very special guest, Mr. Lyndon, coming to play Real Love.
Alright, this song I wrote for all of you who have truly found real love. I hope many of you have. I once was lost, but now I'm found. You help me find my way with your hand in mine and mine in yours. Every day is a better day. You've given me the strength. I'll give you the power. You sacrificed everything for me. Looking forward to today and all our tomorrows to see what every day will bring. Real love, you finally found me. All I had to do was open my heart. Oh, real love, it seems so simple, and I feel your love when you're standing next to me. Oh, you show me kindness along the way when life seemed to go nowhere. I thought the whole world was against me. You showed me that you cared. Oh, you gave me a path and a road to follow, and that path leads right back to you. No more loneliness, no more sorrow. How can I ever thank you? Oh, real love, you finally found me. Real love, it seems so simple. Oh, real love, you finally found me, and I feel your love when you're standing next to me.
All right, I'm back up here with Ashley Miles, who's going to be joining me to MC. Hey, Ashley.
Hey, Ian.
I still like your socks.
I like your socks too. All right, next up we have Zach Wright, Mr. Football.
for Poetry Out Loud on Tuesday.
All right, give it up for Zach.
The Charge of the Light Brigade by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Half a league, half a league, half a league onward, on the valley of death rode the 600. Forward the Light Brigade, charge for the guns, he said. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Forward the Light Brigade. Was there a man dismayed? Not though the soldier knew someone had blundered. There's not to make reply, there's not to reason why. There's but to do and die. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon in front of them, volley and thunder. Stormed out with shot and shell, boldly they rode and well. Into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell rode the 600. Flashed all their sabers bare, flashed as they turned in air, sabering the gunners there, charging an army while all the world wondered. Plunged through the battery smoke, right through the line they broke. Cossack and Russian reeled from the saber stroke, then they rode back, but not the 600. Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon behind them, volleyed and thundered. Stormed out with shot and shell, while horse and hero fell, they that had fought so well. Back from the mouth of back from the jaws of death, back from the mouth of hell, all left of them, left of 600. Oh, the wild charge they made, on the charge they made, oh, on the Light Brigade, noble 600. Thank you.
Alrighty, coming up we're going to have a check-in with our sports section. It's going to be a doozy of a CJLI game right here.
And for an update in recent and upcoming sports, LI and St. J's big game is coming up soon. So grab your LI gear and get to the field. Or your St. J gear if that's what you're into, I guess. But seriously, both teams, no matter if LI wins, and we are going to have tried our hardest. I mean, St. J will be amazing as well. Even though the good old maroon and white will stand even brighter. I mean, both stand evenly. Pretty much. Even. And now, a word from a loyal fan from glorious LI.
Thank you so much for having me on the show this morning. I'd like to start by saying that both teams were doing great next weekend.
Yes, but I think you want a certain team to do great.
Well, of course I would love LA to win, but St. J's just as good
and we will. That is that. Now, tell me a little of what the school is doing to prepare. What are you wonderful kids at Lyndon doing?
Well, we're going to have our spirit weekend.
Oh, good for Lyndon. Full of spirit.
Yes. Anyways, we're also having our pep rally.
Man, you kids are just the greatest. I bet it's going to.
Okay, I get it. We're pretty good. Now can I get on with what I was going to say?
Of course.
At the pep rally, the students have been working on their floats.
What a great productive way to spend your time. Get classmates together and work on a project showing you beating St. J.
Actually, there's supposed to be of us doing well, not beating.
Well, yes. But in that, you are beating St. J.
I guess, but that's not what...
Anyways, thank you for coming in, and we look forward to seeing you at the big game.
Thank you, but that's not what I wanted to talk about.
And because I'm being paid to, we have a word from a student over at St. J.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. We're looking forward to meeting you. I mean, seeing you at the game. I would personally like to thank everyone for listening today, and I can't wait to see you all there next week, Saturday, in your maroon and white, supporting both our local teams.
All right. So up next is Shaylin Clancy. She's going to be singing you a song. Shaylin, come on up here.
Hello.
What are you going to be singing today?
We'll be singing the habanera from the opera Carmen.
Nice. Do you have any idea what that's about?
Well, the opera is about a man who falls in love with a gypsy woman, and I'm pretty sure he kills her in the end.
Oh. Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, I have one more question. I'm sure we're all thinking it, but Is a piano a string instrument or percussion?
I would call it a string instrument because it's full of strings.
But you hit. You can sing your song.
Thank you.
Hitting things like a percussion instrument. Anyway, in a second here we're going to have a word from our sponsors. It's going to be pretty great. But first, Ashley, how was your day?
It was good, yeah. How was yours?
Oh, it was quite all right. All right, here they are.
This program is sponsored by Homeland Pies. Here is now a paid message from our sponsor.
Well, howdy, folks. I'd like to tell you about a new pie we have down here. All fixings and special ingredient of love.
You don't got the best pies, nor do you have the best English accent. Here in the Green Mountain State, we done got no pies, but we done got the best maple syrup in this neck of the woods.
Well, honey, I appreciate you, but I really don't have time to hear about your maple trees. We be selling pies up here.
What? You have no time for our syrup? I'm raging so bad that you have no time, I will run you over with my tractor.
You animals! How uncivilized! When I heard you imbeciles talking, I had to miss my tea party to come here and show you a proper English accent. Good afternoon. I would like to inform you of a spectacular new pie we have in our vast superior collection of homemade baked goods made in grand old Great Britain.
Whatever happened to maple syrup, and what in the good name of cows is Britain?
I have no idea, but nobody cares about the doggone maple syrup. We were talking about my granny's sweet honey pies.
Why do I even bother with you, you filthy swine?
We're just awfully country Irish here. Here's what it sounds like.
What is that infernal wailing? Oh, it sounds like two morons attempting to speak English. Oh, wait, it is. The disgrace and shame you should feel for desecrating a wonderfully unadulterated language. You heathens!
You were talking about pies? When were we ever talking about pies?
I give up on the yapping copies.
I don't know how about all of you guys, but we have the best English accent over in Czech Republic, so check this out.
Everyone get out! Everybody get out! If you'd like to order my granny 300 pies, order online or by phone. Remember, happiness is eating homemade pie. Now have a good day, y'all.
That's great. I like pies. So here we have our presidential hopeful Patrick Seymour. So what year are you running again?
2032.
Oh, okay. Are you planning again 4 years later? 36?
If I win, or if I lose.
Oh, sounds good to me. Take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Yarnell. Good evening, friends, fellow people, esteemed guests, Governor Shumlin, and fellow Americans. I stand before you as a member of the people. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been far too long since we've had a president in this country who was anything more than a politician. As a farmer, it's safe to assume I can manage this country as good as anyone will. Will I reduce our country's debt, help to find jobs for the unemployed, and ensure the sustainability of our country's future? Sure, why not? Now, there are some who question my loyalty on the political spectrum. Am I right-wing or left-wing? I can say with sincerity that I am neither. I'm more center of the bird. There are also those who question my qualifications for the office of president. They say that a firm knowledge of dairy farming is not enough to govern a country as great as ours, or that not having a college degree makes me less able to complete my job. To those people I have but 3 words. Picky, picky, picky. We have to remember that the election isn't for another 17 years, at which time I'm sure I will meet all the necessary qualifications for the job. But no matter the results, I will not change. I plan to remain as I am, the average, simple savior of America's destiny. Thank you, and good night.
He's got my vote. All right, next up, we're going to have our lovely Czech ladies, Terry and Adele. What are you guys going to be singing tonight? Oh. Cool. Sounds wonderful. I'll let you get to it.
Představ si, že v kapse oříšek máš a ten Cinderella receives 3 magical hazelnuts. So that's interesting. Thanks, Michaela Roy on the piano. And now we're going to have a brief station break, after which I'll sadly be leaving you in the hands of Patrick Seymour, our presidential hopeful, will be taking over for MC for my job. Thank you.
Welcome to our second half of the show. We'd like to start off this half with some notes from the audience written to us that we'll read. From a caring fan, Patrick, I'm going to let you finish, but Ian is the best MC out there. He's so great and attractive, I can't handle it. Some people in our audience might not have the best taste. Ruth Sanders writes in, I like your face. To Nancy, don't screw up. From the Sanders, Nancy, we hope you convinced the crew to come for supper tomorrow night. We'll have fresh hot chocolate ready for you. Lizzie says, happy early birthday, Shancy. Right. Ruth says, don't die. And someone writing to Ruth says, you go, girl. To Matt Walker, you rock. Dad, Emily Walker, please get well soon. I love you. Aw. Emily says, happy 18th birthday, Shaylin. The U-Haul is out front. Chad says, happy anniversary, honey bunches. I love you. Hugs and kisses. Ellery says, welcome back from Hawaii, Dad and Tate. Don't worry, we saved some winter for you. And finally, a secret admirer writes, love you, Ruthie Pie. Your piano playing is flawless. Well said indeed. Now at this time, we bring Steve Lindholm back up here, our special guest. welcome to the stage. Now, Mr. Lindholm, I've known you for quite a bit of time. What are you going to be playing for us tonight?
Tonight, Crenshaw is my son, and he wanted to sing Rusty's song, a song I wrote years ago. So we're going to do a duet together.
All right. Go ahead.
Rusty and I had a dream we would fly, so we built a guy that would fly in the
favorite song you've ever written? Did you say?
Take that.
So, right. So, potential hypothetical question for you. Actually, what song are you going to sing next?
Humble Bumble Shuffle. Enough of these slow ballads.
So, before we do that hypothetical question for you, suppose 17 years from now you found yourself in a voting booth in your local town. Who do you reckon you'd vote for?
Definitely you.
Thank you.
Patrick Stewart Seymour. Give him a round. All right, we're going to have some audience participation in this song. This is more my genre.
Thank you for that, Mr. Lindholm. Another one of my favorites. Now, at this point, we'll go to a commercial break. Introducing the Distress Chainsaw. Just like a normal chainsaw, but distressed.
Now I have a chainsaw that expresses my feelings.
Thanks to the distress chainsaw, I've been able to de-stress by cutting all the negative people out of my life.
The Distress Chainsaw has helped so many and has so many great features to help with you with your problems. Order today. Side effects may include loss of limbs, shortening of limbs, internal bleeding, external bleeding, rearrangement of organs, minor unplanned amputations, severe blood clots, decapitation, and of course, the common cold. Call 802-555-2226. That's 802-555-2226 today. And now, I have a bit of a story to tell you folks. My friend Jeremy, who's an international ski racer, was calmly sitting in his living room, sipping some coffee, when the phone rang. It was his agent. She told him that the annual alumni antics were taking place at Burke Mountain in a week. Jeremy, being an alum of the Burke program, felt that since his graduating year was hosted, he should probably make an appearance. At the time, he was living in San Francisco, where the cars and buses clogging the streets during the day make it impossible to drive himself. And taking a taxi was life-threateningly dangerous due to the apparent misconception that yellow lights mean drive twice as fast, and red ones mean go as close to the car in front of you before ripping the e-brake. Given these options, Jeremy opted to take the metro. Now, the metro in Cisco is always pretty crowded, but if you know how to work the tables, you can manage to get through on a ghost train. Jeremy left his house early the next morning. He walked down the street to the corner metro station and descended the steps. He paused for a moment on the landing to listen to a street trumpet player. He then tipped the man a couple of coins and walked on down the stairs. Inside the station, Jeremy waited only a couple minutes before a southbound train headed to the airport came screeching into the station. He stepped aboard and the door slid closed behind him. The train was pretty much deserted except for a man gently snoring in a seat at the far end of the carriage. The train started up again, clattering along down the track. A robotic announcement came over the speakers.
We will now be approaching the station at Emerson Street.
It said that they were approaching the Emerson Street station, which just so happened to be the one for the airport. Out of the train and up the stairs to the street, into the rain. The water got everywhere. In moments, he was soaked, shivering. Jeremy walked across the street through the traffic. When he reached the airport, he was thoroughly cold and wet. Inside, the sound of receptionists filled the air. He lugged his heavy bag across to the counters, dribbling so much that everyone behind him, people were slipping and falling. When he reached the desk lined with clerks checking bags and printing tickets, he started trying to get their attention.
Excuse me.
A clerk looked at him as he stood there dripping on the floor. She pulled a hairdryer and pointed at him, putting it on maximum blow. When he finally stopped spluttering, she took his bag and told him where to go. As he turned to leave, he slipped in the puddle he had made and bounced his elbows off the floor. Wincing, he got to his feet, the people around him sniggering. That is, he made it through security and then onto the bathroom unscathed. He washed his hands and dried them using one of those loud blowing machines. He reached the gate just as the plane arrived. Once on board, Jeremy sat in the middle seat. On one side was a young woman who talked on her phone the whole time. And on the other side was a mom and her infant who cried the whole flight. When they finally landed in Burlington, the baby turned and threw up on him. The embarrassed mom apologized and left. Annoyed and covered in sick, he got off the plane and went to the bathroom where he washed as much of the baby's parting gift off as he could. Then he walked down the stairs and outside. Standing in front of the doors was a herd of cows bellowing as their owner running the chainsaw. Confused, Jeremy started looking for a taxi. After a while, a porter wandered up to him and asked if he needed any help.
Taxi.
Jeremy explained that he couldn't seem to get any taxis to stop. The porter laughed and called for a pickup truck, saying, "There's no such thing as taxis here." Jeremy rode all the way to Burke in the back of the truck with some chickens, which don't seem to understand about personal space or comfortable volume limits. When he finally reached the mountain, he was filthy and cold. He smelled so much he made people sneeze. When he walked past, the snow guns were running, casting a cold haze over the mountain. He walked up to his old room in his old dorm at BMA without seeing anyone he knew and collapsed in his bed. His dreams were permeated with the music of the snow guns. The next day, he got into the shower and rinsed off all the muck from the day before. He was just starting to brush his teeth when he realized he'd forgotten his skis in Sicily. He was going to have to go all the way home to get them. That's my story for the time being. Now, at this point, we have Christina Cassidy. Christina, how are you?
I'm doing well, Patrick. How are you?
I'm doing well. What are you going to be playing for us tonight?
Thank you, Ashley. I'm going to be singing Love the Way You Lie.
Who's that by?
That is by Skylar Gray, who is a singer-songwriter.
Very well. Continue.
Thank you. On the first page of our story, the future seemed so bright, and then this thing turned out so evil. I don't know why I'm still surprised. Even angels have their wicked schemes, and you take that to new extremes, but you'll always be my hero, even though you've lost your mind.
time, I believe we're going to be having a bit of poetry. And here he is, again. You saw him the first half, and you thought you were rid of him. Ian Yarnell.
I like to think that I'm Steve from Blue's Clues and you're Joe. Everybody likes Steve.
If you didn't get that obscure cultural reference, don't worry about it. It wasn't important. So what poem will you be doing for us, Ian?
There Are Birds Here by Jamal May.
All right. Here?
Here.
Very
Well,
well.
it's for Detroit, but there are birds here too.
Name it.
Touche. There are birds here. There are so many birds here, is what I was trying to say when they told me that those birds were metaphors for what's trapped between buildings and buildings. No, the birds are here to root around for bread that the girls' hands tear and toss like confetti. No, I don't mean they're torn like cotton, I said confetti. And not the confetti that a tank can make of a building. I mean the confetti that the boy can't stop smiling about. And no, his smile isn't much like a skeleton at all. His neighborhood is not much like Warzone at all. What I'm trying to say is his neighborhood is as tattered and feathered as anything else. As light parted by shadow dance, as shadow parted by the sun, as anything else. But they won't stop saying how lovely the ruins, how ruined the lovely children are in that birdless city.
Indeed, there are birds here.
Falcons.
To name one. Now, we seem to be having some sort of radio interference at this time. I don't know.
I need somebody's love.
好了，现在是中场休息时间。
Yeah, PJ, up in the ooh, this is like some beast for us right now. Come on, PJ, tell me stuff.
That was Jackie Kelly, everybody, with some prophetic words, because don't we all need somebody to love? Okay, good morning, Lake Willoughby. I'm Phyllis Burns, and welcome to the show. For those who aren't familiar with the show, every day we start with a question, and then a lovely caller calls in to chat with us. Now, Valentine's Day is approaching, and we love our lovebirds. So the question we'll start off today's show with is, how are you spending Valentine's Day? Call in at 807-555-6979. We want to hear from you. Oh, ready? Hello, caller. Good morning. How are
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Would you care to give us a name and where you're calling from?
Yes, my name is Dylan Allen, and I'm calling from my bathtub.
Your bathtub?
Yes.
Okay, so Dylan, would you mind telling us how you and your special someone are going to spend
Well, I have reservations for two at the diner.
the diner? I don't think you need reservations for the diner.
I am 5'8" and
1/4 inch, 19-year-old male. I do have acne, but I'm sure it'll clear up by the date of our excursion.
What? Now wait a minute.
I'm third in line to inherit my family's wholesale, so I do have the means to care for a future wife.
Excuse me, sir, this is not...
If you're interested or just desperate for a Valentine's Day, please contact me at 807-555-6766. That's 807-555-6766. But don't call after 8 because that's my bedtime. I also have excellent 3G cell service in the right corner of my bathroom. Thank you.
What? Okay. Thank you, Dylan. We're going to take our next caller now. Just to clarify, you probably need to be in a relationship to participate in this segment. Just saying. This is not a dating site. So, without further ado, we'll take our next caller. Hello, caller.
Oh, finally.
Oh, can we have a name and location?
Yeah. Charlie Atkins, 11 Wood Crescent Drive.
Okay, so
listen, I want an extra large cheese, hold the sauce, and an extra large meat lovers, hold the sauce and the cheese.
Sir, I don't think you have the right...
Oh, and don't forget the napkins this time.
Mr. Atkins, I think you have the wrong number.
What? Listen here, I don't have to take my business to you, okay? I could easily run over to the pizza joint across from you, so don't give me no sass.
But sir, we can't.
Jeez, all this attitude. Such bad customer service. This is the last time I buy pizza from you.
But we're not a pizza place.
Yeah, you sure won't be after I'm done suing you to the grave.
What? We'll just head on over to our next caller. Hello?
Hi!
Can we get some names?
Well, I'm Jim.
I'm Kathy. And are you calling from your bathroom?
No. We're calling to answer the question.
Oh, sorry about that. So, you're an actual couple?
Yeah.
Okay, so how long have you been together?
3 years!
And counting.
Oh, I love you!
Oh, I love you too.
I love you more.
Oh, you guys are so sweet.
Well, she's sweeter than me.
Stop it!
Yeah, stop it. All right. Such a days. How are you, your special someone, spending Valentine's Day?
Well, we've got reservations for
The diner.
Oh, really?
Yeah, isn't it great? But before dinner, we're probably going to check the florist first.
Oh, honey.
And before that, maybe the wedding planner.
Wait, what?
Oh?
Yeah, the wedding planner. Because, Kathy, I want to ask you to marry me.
Oh, wow, this is great.
I know.
Congratulations.
What?
No, why would you do this one? I mean, I don't love you that much.
Kathy?
What makes you think that I'd actually want to marry you?
Thanks to our class for participating in our listeners' listening. We're signing off now. Oh, we're just going to go over the scheduled program.
All right, I think we're back. We're back on our broadcasting now. So, when you left us, Ian had just left the stage, and now he's back. Welcome back, Ian.
It's great to be back.
What are you going to be doing for us again?
I was singing this time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are you going to be singing?
The Vagabond by Vaughan Williams.
Vlog?
It's pronounced Vaughn.
Very well.
Give to me the life I love, let the lake go by me. Give the jolly heaven above, and the byway nigh me. Bed in the bush with stars to see, bread I dip in the river. There's the life for a man like me. There's the life forever. Let the brook fall soon or late, let what will be o'er me. Give the face of earth around, and the road before me. Wealth I seek not, hope nor love, nor a friend to know me. All I seek the heaven above. and the road below me. Oh, let autumn fall on me, where afield I linger, silencing the bird on tree, biting the blue finger, white as meal the frosty field, warm the far side haven. Not to autumn will I yield, not to winter even. Let the blow fall soon or late, let what will be o'er me. Give the face of earth around, and the road before me. Wealth I ask not, hope nor love, nor a friend to know me. All I ask, the hen above, and the road below me.
That was great, Ian.
Yes, thank you, Ian. As much as I pick on him, he's pretty good at singing. And now, our next person, Matt Walker. Now, Matt, you're quite sharply dressed tonight, which leads me to believe that you are, in fact, quite involved in politics. So, suppose a number of years down the road, you find yourself in some sort of situation where you had to vote for the leader of the free world. Who would you vote for?
Well, you know, there's this guy here moving up the ranks in politics.
Really?
Patty Seymour, or something like that. Yeah.
Sounds like a very interesting man.
Yeah. I'd like to see his career in the future.
Probably very attractive as well. Now, so you'll be doing a poem for us.
Yes, I will.
What is that poem?
It's called Tomes. That's the title.
It's a long title. You go right ahead.
Sleeping giants flap in the exhaling breeze, their skin inked, made thin, blown by an ancient wheeze. They've long forgotten their forest home, their stature cut down, no bigger than a maiden's comb. They've been made to conform in shape and style, laying in a dark room discarded, strewn in a random pile. They rest here, quietly contemplating, their memories silently waiting, the mystical legends of yore partnered with childhood lore, the never-ending fanciful words feverishly dreaming in that long, shadowed hall, visited by a select few, ruled by a bygone scholar, slumped in a cold, dusty pew. The lost adventures are neglected, the resting epics reside discarded, replaced by false suns and living glass. The children of tomorrow are left numbed and thoughtless. They have no hope to ever experience the wonder, no chance to ever see the waiting splendor of the sleeping giants. Thank you.
Excellent job, Matt. I look forward to hearing about your vote in the future. And now, for another sponsor.
Are you lightheaded? Slipping in and out of consciousness? Have trouble inhaling? Maybe it's because you're not breathing.
Yeah!
Then this product is for you. 4 out of 5 doctors recommend that breathing is good for your health. The 5th doctor fell unconscious because he lacked oxygen. So maybe it's time for you to get a boost of air. Now introducing O2 to You, the new 100% canned air. Here's some real-life stories of people who have been saved by O2 to You.
I've been breathing since I was born, but I never realized that I could be doing so much more. You'd never think that breathing could have such a huge impact on one's life, but boy, canned air opened up so many possibilities. Now, I'm a teacher.
Great for you, average human being. Here's Susie, who was chosen as a contest winner to try O2 to You for free.
Life is hard in general. Even walking hurts. Sitting, lying down, and doing nothing. And air has never been my friend. Sorry, little cough there. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. O2 to You could give me new hope. A chance to run without heavy breathing. To walk in...
Too bad no one got Susie some canned air.
Hello! I was diagnosed with lung deficiency. That means no lungs. You would think that this would be a problem. Nope, not for me. Thanks to canned air, my medical problems of no lungs has decreased significantly. I can breathe. Before, my mom would have to feed me air every 24 hours. Day and night, yin and yang, cheese and crackers, peanut butter and jelly.
Okay, thank you.
No problem, mister. Can I just say?
No. I believe you said enough.
Okay.
You can order online or by calling our toll-free number 802-555-022-U. That's 802-555-022-U. And now introducing our gluten-free organic air, O22U Diet. Perfect for your New Year's resolution. Never come true.
Another wonderful sponsor of our show. Now, next we have Ashley and Crenshaw, who we've seen earlier throughout the show. How are you?
Good.
Good. Now, what will you be playing / singing for us tonight?
Well, this is a song that I wrote. My grandmother passed away a few months ago, and it's called "I'll Sing You Home, Granny." When she passed away, I sang to her. So this is for her. I was 12 years old, and I was down at Granny's house. She was knitting me a sweater. I wear around the house. She looked up suddenly and said, "Promise me one thing." I looked up with a smile and said, "I'll promise you anything." She said, "Will you sing me home, baby, when my time has come? Will you sing a sweet melody that'll show me the way home? Don't look so scared, baby. you the way home. Life's not fair, my Grammy told me that long ago. At least I know the last words that she heard were, it's time to go home, Grammy, your time has come. I'll sing a sweet melody that'll show you the way home. I'm really scared, Grammy, I know it happens to everyone. I'm singing you home, Grammy, follow my voice home. Yeah, I'll sing you home, Grammy, I'll show you the way home.
It's a beautiful song, truly. Well, it's been a cold week in Lake Seymour, my hometown. It's been cold yet beautiful up here in the north. It's getting to be that time of year when you wake up and the sun is glistening off the snow on the ground and in the trees. The sun which only weeks ago would not have even been close to rising, but now it shines brightly just in time to wake us up. And if you're lucky, you might even hear the chirping of birds that are returning. None of the truly well-known birds, no robins or anything, but those obscure few that if you take the time to listen, you can hear them just off in the distance. It's the time of year that you start to see some truly beautiful mornings in between the dreary days. And you might go out in the morning thinking how nice that sun will feel. And as you step outside, blinking away the sun, your eyelashes freeze together, and it is immediately apparent that it's still very much winter here. This is also the time of year that we get lulled into the false sense of security. The days seem to be so nice, and then out of the blue, a storm comes out of nowhere. And on the morning after that storm, every parent is sitting in their home listening to the radio and praying that their child's school be closed so that they don't have to go out and face the roads. And in my hometown, my parents would sit and listen as the radio started listing schools. First the nearby out-of-state schools, then the list would go through every county until it reached ours, and then every town, and then the report would stop, and my parents would sit in disbelief that my school was apparently the only one in the entire country that saw fit to have school today. Now, at this point, they would come up to my room and gently wake me up to tell me to get ready for school, which I would return with a grunt and roll back up into a cocoon of blankets. And this would be cute for 5 seconds before my parents would drag me from my bed. And with pain in my heart and tears in my eyes, I would go to school knowing full well that my parents were some form of tyrant, and that all of my friends would be staying home from school, and I would be immediately delighted to find that all of my friends were, in fact, just as miserable as I was. This time of year is also when high school students begin to see not only a glimpse of spring, but of summer, and dream of warmer days and no school. And some of the seniors will glimpse into that future and recoil in terror because of the realization that this is it. 4 years is almost up, and soon they'll be running their own lives. Some in college and some going straight to work. And some will start to feel fear that they're unprepared, that they aren't really, but they aren't. They think they aren't ready, but they have to remember that the world is ever changing, and no matter how terrified you might be, the world's ready for you, and you're ready for the world. It's what winters have been preparing us for all this time, that even when life is at its coldest and darkest, there's always a glimpse of summer. Well, that's the news from Lake Seymour, my hometown. Yes.
You gonna sing a song with me?
I will sing a song. You see, folks, there are many mysterious phenomena in the world, such as the northern lights and things like that, but the only one rarer and more beautiful than that is Patrick Seymour singing on stage. Some glad morning when this life is o'er, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. When the shadows of this life have gone, I'll fly away. Like a bird from these prison bars of stone, I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Oh, how glad and happy when we meet. I'll fly away. No more cold iron shackles on my feet. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a land where joys will never end. I'll fly away.
Sing it with us.
I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away.
Chorus number 10.
Fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Well, it's been a wonderful evening tonight. We'd like to thank Steve Lindholm, our special musician guest. Our writers, Cody Ann Brown, Christina Cassidy, Crenshaw Lindholm, Ashley Miles, Teresa Prokopova, Merid General. Our creative consultants, Caleb General, Matt Walker, Annie Steinhauer, and Sophia Burnham. Among our performers, Murray General, Caleb General, Kelsey Jardine, Matt Walker, Anna Walker, Annie Steinhauer, Christina Cassidy, Cody Ann Brown, Ruth Sanders, Shaylin Clancy, Michaela Roy, Patrick Seymour, Ian Yarnell, Crenshaw Lindholm, Ashley Miles, Teresa Prokopova, and Penelope Powers. Our MCs, Ashley Miles, Ian Yarnell, and Patrick Seymour. Public Relations, Brianna Zhang and Tara Sethi. And our sound engineer, Adele Yangpu. Our photographer, Ivan Chen. Our exhibit crew, Annie Steinhauer, Matt Walker, and Kelsey Jardine. Our publicity crew, Brianna Zhang, Tara Sethi, and Caleb General. Sound effects also done by Caleb General and Danny Dew. Our researcher, Zach Wright. Legal consultants, also Zach Wright and Jacqueline Kelly. Lighting, stage, tech, and set crew, Alyssa Hall Hanscom, Penelope Powers, Anna Walker, and Nancy Young. Our wonderful director, Katie Ham, and our assistant director, Ashley Miles. We would like at this time to end with a song that we think you might all know, and that we can all end on a positive note. You Are My Sunshine. You are my sunshine.